be up higher.
We're live. So we don't have any extra options on here.
No.
Edit. Customization. Richard Day. Good evening, Richard.
Hi. We're trying to figure this out.
Yeah, we're acting like we've never been on a computer before. We don't know why this background is here, and we can't figure out how to take it out. But it actually might be better than what is behind us in real life. So I guess I ain't gonna worry about it. I guess it looks better besides that big line on my face.
That's the light.
I mean, let's move some of this stuff. We're not really prepared for this live video.
No.
And there's probably not going to be many people tuning in at what time is it? 8:00 on a Saturday night. Had to move some of my decorations here. My neighbor's kids actually gave me this fish, and I really like it. So, but I don't have a spot for it.
You're about to knock me out with it.
Let me set this up here. I don't think that's going to move the fillet knife. I got this. Maybe if I do it like that.
Yeah, maybe.
No, I'm way over here.
Let's go towards me.
There's just lines everywhere. It's this light. Brew Tank Outdoors. What's up, man? We got 3 people watching now. And we're shaking like a man on a fuzzy tree. Francis. Our cat is trying to eat pizza. I'm ready to start my tournament season after a couple of months off the water. Okay. I hear you. I'll be doing a lot of fishing this upcoming week, Richard. Got a lot of irons in the fire. Fishing a monthly tournament, which I've been doing for the past, 3 months?
Tackle Shack.
Tackle Shack tournament right here. Hosted. Francis, quit. Sorry. Cat is chewing the fillet knife.
We'll get it together. This is our 3rd try, y'all.
Yeah. So, anyway, what were we talking about? Fishing,
Tackle
right?
Shack.
Tackle Shack tournaments. Yeah, I'm sitting in 3rd place, actually 4th place, because I know a guy who hasn't submitted all his fish, who fished a tournament today. Silas Garrett was fishing Lake Palestine today. Did excellent, by the way. I think he may have won both events, so he was double dipping for the North Texas Kayak Champion and the Bass Nation tournaments. So that was pretty cool. But anyway, I would like more people to get on here, but I'll probably be waiting for a while because, again, it is Saturday night.
It's Friday.
No, it's Saturday.
It's
Tomorrow's Sunday.
Oh.
We don't even know what day it is.
Oh, my goodness.
So anyway, I'm going to get serious for a minute with all 3 people who are tuned in, and hopefully those people that have been following the channel here recently sees this video as well. My last video that I posted, I started the video. Hang on, Francis, can you move her? Yeah, you just hold her or something. She's got it.
I got it.
Background is trippy. Yeah, it is. So anyway, are you coming back in the video or not?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. So yeah, last video I posted, guys, I was asking for prayers for my mother. She had a aortic valve replacement about 5 months ago, and she's had some complications with it recently, and I opened up the video just asking for people that have been following my channel for a while to just send up prayers. And the response I got from that was overwhelming. It was amazing. You guys were awesome. I really appreciate the prayers. My mother, Josephine, she really appreciates the prayers. Again, she's 80 years old, so having any type of procedure at that age, especially dealing with your heart, is some scary stuff. And she was very scared. She's a very religious woman, and her prayers, she's one of my biggest fishing fans, and she read every one of your comments. She couldn't figure out how to reply to the comments. She was having issues, but she did read each and every one of those, and it did do her heart and my heart very, very well. So I just wanted to say that out loud to you guys live. Thank you for that. It means the world. There's power in prayer for sure. I believe that, and I know a lot of the people that follow my channel believe that, because if you guys think about 10 years ago, I've been talking about Christ and Jesus in my videos since the beginning. I mean, I don't know how many times you guys have probably heard me say fishing is religious, or keep God in your heart and a rod in your hand. And I live by that. I try to live by that the best I can. And one of the goals of my channel was to always say something about God in every video, at least try to, because maybe that was my calling, to be able to reach people was through my YouTube channel and kind of implement fishing and God at the same time. And I don't think there's very many people that do that, because typically you don't get a great response from it. So, which got me thinking, and my wife had a fantastic idea, and you guys let me know what you think about it. But I would like to start out every video just inviting people that if something is happening in your life that you want to share in the comments, to do it. And we will pray for you. You can actually trust that there's people on this VentureTube channel, the creators of the VentureTube channel, will pray for your request. And we're part of a church house group that prays for people. I mean, it's amazing, guys. It's like having a cheat code for life. That's how I think of it. You know, when all else fails, you know, you like me, I try to be a problem solver myself, and I can't solve every problem, but prayer can solve a lot of those problems. So just an idea. You guys give me some, yeah, prayer chain, exactly. Pretty much. But we're doing it on YouTube. So some people may be kind of, hesitant to type out their problems and worries and concerns, which I understand, but you can also comment anonymously. Francis, quit. There's a cat in the background, even though it looks like there's not a cat in the background. But yeah, a prayer chain, a place where people can come on YouTube and get a little entertainment from fishing, but also get inspiration and closer to God. And I have a ton of veterans that I've helped over the years, and just, a veteran just needs an ear. It just needs someone to talk to someone that will listen to them. And that can mean the world to somebody. That can change their life. That can save their life. So that was what I intended for this channel to be, is about talking about God, helping people. I feel like I'm living a fairly blessed life, and I would like to bless others or help others. And I believe that's our goal and plan, and our mission as disciples and Christ followers. So, and again, just wanted to thank you guys. It was just overwhelming. Just the people that I don't even know were praying for my mother that they've never met. But let me tell you something. My mom, again, is my biggest fishing fan, but she keeps up with the tournaments. Yeah. All the tournaments I fish, she keeps up with them so much that she knows the guys better than I do. By name, yeah. By stats. It's incredible. Mm-hmm. So if I have any questions about any anglers, all I have to do is ask my mom. Mm-hmm. It's really, really cool. But she really enjoyed, again, reading all of those comments and prayers from complete strangers. And that's just awesome. So why not continue to do that? So that's where we're at. I don't know if you guys saw my short videos I just posted, but I caught a absolute stud the other night, or that was actually yesterday. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was yesterday evening,
Yeah.
which moved me up into third place for this monthly. But again, I'm actually sitting in fourth, and I have 3 more days to fish for the month of February. I know February lasts longer than 3 more days, but that's the only opportunities I'll have. So, yeah, looking forward to that'll be the 3rd month in a row, I think, that I will have won. I won December.
Yeah.
I won January. It would be nice to win February.
Yeah.
3-peat.
But it's tough. It's been tough.
It's been tough. This weather.
He's been out there, y'all. This weather's been crazy, and so pray because he's been out there.
Yeah, I've been the only one out. Well, I can't say that. I met a guy yesterday named Robert, who is a young kid studying to be a lawyer. He saw my kayak and knew who I was. And it was so crazy, small world. The video I posted, I don't know, I guess it's been about 3 days now, of a guy named Chris catching that Texas ShareLunker. It was a 24.25-inch, 8-pound, 13-ounce bass. Massive fish, beautiful fish. I wanted to catch it. I didn't catch it. It's okay. But the guy I met yesterday on the water, Robert, is fishing the Lake Conroe Big Bass Tournament this weekend with that guy. The same guy. It's just so crazy how people know who I am, and just a small fishing world, I guess, on Lake Conroe. I don't know. I don't know how else to say it, but that's pretty cool.
It's nice.
I told him, I said, I hope you guys find that 24.25 during the Conroe Big Bass. He's like, yeah, me too. So yeah, got the Lake Conroe Big Bass. I'll probably fish 2 days, Friday and Saturday. I'll be fishing it solo. And looking forward to that. That's always a fun event, always a good opportunity to catch a monster and get to walk up on stage and feel like a somebody, for a little while. I've only got to walk across the stage a few times, so catching a fish to even go to Papa's is fun. So, all right. Do you guys have any questions or anything? That's really all I had to say. I just, again, wanted to thank everybody for their prayers. That was really special. It meant a lot. And it meant a lot to my mother. So I'm going to say thank you from my mother on her behalf, because, again, she couldn't figure out how to send the comment on YouTube. She was having problems with her phone. But it really did her a lot of good.
Does anybody have any prayer needs right now?
Yeah, that's a continued prayers for your mother, buddy, and good luck this season. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate that, man. God bless, and take care of yourself. Well, we got 5 people watching. Is there any prayer requests from you guys that are watching? Do y'all have anything y'all would like to put in the chat section? I'll wait. I'll give it a few minutes before I hop off. I'm going to scoot over to get, no, it doesn't matter. It's lines everywhere I go. Brew Tank, are you still on here? I don't know if he's on here or not. Yes, Richard, I have had a chance to throw them. And I'll tell you this, I wouldn't recommend the bigs. I haven't played around with trying to get it to sink, but I can't get the action out of it that I would like, especially for the price that you paid for that lure. I think it should work a lot better than it does. So I don't like throwing anybody or any company underneath the bus, but it doesn't seem to swim and have the action that it should for the price. I'll just leave it at that. I feel like there's some better options and better bang for the buck for sure. But it looked good, so I had to buy it. They got me. I was hoping Brew Tank was still on here because his handle looks very familiar. They're fun to throw for sure. Yeah, they are. Yeah, when you got the right action, they really are. I tell you what, though. Well, I don't know if I'm going to say this on this live video or not. There's a lure I've been throwing that I am absolutely in love with, and it's inexpensive. It's very versatile, and I will be throwing it like crazy for the next week. Well, I say week, probably for the rest of the season, because it's working really well. So I'll maybe share that at the end of this year. But it's really catching a lot of fish for me. All right, guys. Well, I don't have too many people commenting right now. I don't have but 3 watching. So what are the water temps? Well, when I went out yesterday, I was seeing right at 50 for the high. It was like 50 and a half. That's again on more of the south end of Conroe. After today with the rains, I would expect it to be even lower by a few degrees. So I feel like the fish were moving up. They're probably staged now, waiting to move up on secondary points and brush piles and structure. But I feel like once they start the staging process, they don't stop. They may move off a little bit. I mean, they're obviously not spawning, but they don't stop going to the shallow. They just wait it out. At least that's what I think. I can't prove it, but that fish I caught yesterday is exactly what I caught it doing exactly what I just said. It was fishing secondary points, and the fish was 21 and a half inches, but she was fat. She was full. I didn't weigh her, but she was definitely over 5. Not a bad fish considering the weather and the weather changes. But I will be exploring more of the north side to see if those water temperatures are a little warmer. Water's dirtier up there, so it should be, but we'll see. I have an old boat. I can't make the run from the north end of Conroe all the way to the south without wasting an hour trying to get to the weigh-in. So I need to get me one of the big old bass boats with a 250 on there. I had to look at my wife before I get myself in trouble.
Maybe you win it.
Yeah, well. So yeah, it's a cool deal too. So the guy who won the bass boat on Conroe last year is a guy I compete against out of a kayak. And he didn't use the boat. He sold the boat because he's like, I fish out of my kayak. So I thought that was pretty cool to be. I was there during the weigh-in, and I was actually texting him during the tournament on Sunday saying, hey, man, it looks like you got it. Ain't but a few hours left, and I think the fish was like right around 9 pounds, which typically doesn't win it for Conroe. And he caught it on day 1. And he won the hour. He won the $1,000 for the hour, but ended up winning the deadgum boat. I couldn't believe it, but I was very happy for him. So that's really cool. What's up, Bo? Bo's on here. Yeah, Bo. She had a real bad heart murmur, and they said her aortic valve needed to be replaced, so they did that, and then she just had several complications after that. Pacemaker and AFib. She actually got out of AFib with the shock therapy. That was the procedure. I went to Iowa to go visit her, and that's what they were doing. And so far, she's continued to stay out of AFib, which is fantastic, and no scares, because when you're in AFib and you get an elevated heart rate, you're at very high risk for stroke. So we don't want that. But yeah, she's doing much better. And again, thank you for your prayers. Ever fish up closer to Oklahoma? Yeah, actually, I have fished. I'm gonna lie if I try to tell you the name of the place I was fishing.
The river.
It was a river in Oklahoma. I was visiting a buddy in Springdale, Arkansas, and we cut over the state line into Oklahoma, not far, and was fishing a river over there. And I can't think of the name of it, but that's the first and only time I've ever fished in Oklahoma or close to Oklahoma. Let me see. How long have we been live for? 20 minutes. Let me check my battery here. I better plug in the laptop here. Can you grab my charger? I wish I could. It's in the side of my backpack in the top pocket. I wish I could change my background and figure out how to put myself like on a freshwater lake or something that looks cool. Yeah, Bo, that's the Frio River.
Is this it?
No, that's 47. That's a gray cable, but that's the block that I need. Yeah, that's the Frio River out in West Texas. You got a lot of rivers over there that are really nice, but the Frio means cold. It's cold. Everybody goes there in the summertime. Best time to go is before school lets out, and all the younger crowds get to acting up a fool over there. That's typically when I like to go. But yeah, it's a nice place to catch fish, cool off from the summer heat, and float the river if that's your thing. I typically don't float the river because I don't drink, and I don't like fighting drunk people either. So I shouldn't say that. Floating the river is fun. Every time I've been, there's been some problems, I'll say, with the inebriated.
Well, you have to climb the mountain for cell service too.
Well, yeah. You got the Guadalupe, you got the Frio, you got a lot of options over there. So yeah, definitely worth checking out. All right, that was Bo. That's what I was telling him about. All right, guys. Any other questions or anything else before we call it quits? We've been live for about 23 minutes so far. I haven't had many people viewing, but I didn't figure I would. Saturday night.
Best way to DM you.
D Swizzle. Thank you. Yes,
Yeah,
it is great
he's there.
news. Thank you. You know, it's funny if I've shaken your hand or met you in real life or whatever, please put that in the chat and what your name is, because a lot of times I'm talking to somebody that I've talked to many times, but I just don't realize it because I don't recognize their handle.
Yeah.
So let me know who you are if we've met. I know I've met you, Bo.
That's funny.
Yeah. But yes, great news about Mom. Best way to DM me?
Maybe Facebook.
Yeah, I guess through Facebook. I used to have a VentureTube page, but I'm not too active on it anymore. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of do. Yeah, I guess on Facebook. Yeah,
Probably
Facebook.
Yeah.
We may be friends on Facebook already. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't get on there like I used to. It's crazy. I have a YouTube channel, but a lot of times I kind of.
Well, we forget it.
I kind of. What's the word I'm looking for?
No.
I kind of isolate myself, kind of, a little bit. I don't know. I have a bait I'd like to send you. Is this something that you've made, Richard? Oh yeah, Bo, I'm fishing it. As long as my boat runs, I'm gonna fish it. I got to fix the trim on it before Friday, though. No, out of a boat. I don't know if they'll let you fish it out of a kayak.
Can you?
That'd be nice, but I'd have to fish right by the weigh-in. I'd be wasting too much time trying to get back and forth. Yeah, it's definitely a boat. The year I won 1 hour, when I weighed in my fish, it was 8.5 pounds. And at the time, it was the second biggest fish weighed in for the big bass. And that was on day 2. So I was kind of hoping that the guy in first place was going to fail his polygraph test and I could take the boat. But unfortunately, I guess that didn't happen. Loving your guys' camping videos. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Right? You got a boat. You can't live this close to the water and not have a boat, man. You got to get you a boat. Yeah, last camping video I posted, D Swizzle, was, I guess, that tournament video out on Fayette.
That was wild.
That's the first time I've literally almost flipped my Hobie Pro Angler. I would have lost a lot of money that day.
I had to go pick him up.
Yeah, I couldn't cross the lake. She had to come pick me up at the other boat ramp because I couldn't risk. And even going to that boat ramp, I almost flipped. So it was stupid to be out there, but I was practicing, and where I was at, it wasn't that bad. But as I made my way back to the weigh-in, it got really worse. It got really bad really quick.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, how much did you get your boat for? That's exactly what I want, something that I could fish freshwater and then inshore. I paid it was like 6,000.
With taxes, so yeah.
Yeah, it's like $6,500. It was actually from a guy that lives in our neighborhood. And the crazy thing is, I had seen the same exact boat at a consignment shop, and I told the guy, I want this boat and to hold it for me because I had to go out of town and work. When I got back in town Friday evening, he had already sold the boat. And I was like, well, that sucks. Well, then on Lake Conroe, I end up seeing another guy with the same exact model boat, everything. I mean, a few different accessories on it, but it's the same exact boat, almost same exact year.
I think it was even in better condition.
Yeah, it was in better condition than the one I saw at the consignment shop. And I asked the guy, I said, that sure is a nice boat. I wish you were selling it. He said, I am selling it. He said, I just got it out of the shop. I was taking it out for a test run and it's for sale. And so I bought it from him the next day after I did a little walkthrough.
Same motor, yeah.
Yep, same original motor. The guy, it's a 2000 model, and the guy had it in his garage for like 13 or 14 years. And he was the second owner and said he took it out maybe 2 or 3 times. Like he just bought it and it literally sat.
Yeah.
So motor, I don't know how many hours are on the motor, but I don't think there's a lot of hours on it because it runs really smooth. So it does the job. Okay. Tell Colton to borrow his boat, Bo. Maybe Colton's fishing it too. I don't know.
I guess you should ask him, huh?
Yeah.
You're gonna know everybody right there.
Nobody lets people borrow boats. That's not true. James, and you know James, J-Mac Outdoors was going to let me borrow his.
Oh, James is going to be like, don't say that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Go ask James, Bo, and tell him I sent you.
That's funny.
Let's see how much he trusts you.
That's funny.
Yeah, I like our remodel on our house. It looks nice. It's bright outside for 8:30. It's bright out there.
What is this we got? Oh, what is that?
That's part of our ceiling, I think. Yeah, I know there's a way to change that, but I don't know how.
You can do that. A lot of the insurance will allow that, actually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As far as borrowing people's
boats, yeah.
Or you can just go rent one, Bo. They have I see them out there in the tournaments. They're black boats with a wrap and it says Bass Boat BBR or something like that. Bass Boat Rental. Bass Boat Rental, something like that. But they're like 21-foot legit tournament rigs that you can rent, and you can rent them for the whole weekend. So That's probably something I should do. I gotta submit my fish quick because they'll be banging their head on the bait well tank, and because it's not a legitimate live well. But it's always worked in the past. I'm not going crazy out there. I know how to take care of my babies. This is fun. I think I want another piece of pizza.
Okay.
I'll be right back, guys.
We've been on a diet, and
On that seafood diet.
and now we're on the seafood diet. No, really, we were doing the keto. We were doing pretty good for a while.
Okay, y'all tell me this. How happy would y'all be if you're in a monthly tournament, right? You've been fishing your butt off for days, trying to climb your way up the leaderboard. And you meet this guy on the water who comes up to you and while you're catching fish, and he comes up to you and says, "Hey, I must have brought you luck. I was about to ask you if you're catching any." After you've done caught probably about 20 fish. And you're feeling kind of cocky, you're like, "Yeah, I've caught a few. I'm Big Bass Tony. I've caught a few fish. Forget about it." Well, you and the other kayaker who's sitting in a kayak, a little sit-on-top kayak with 2 rods, y'all go your separate ways. And you fish for a couple hours. And then that same kayaker starts screaming at you, "Hey, Tony, you got a scale?" I'm like, "What? I ain't no scale. You need no scale out here. We measure. I'm a kayaker. We go by length. We don't care about that weight. We want the length. We want them long length fish, right?" Well, he says, "I caught a monster." And he's screaming this to me from across the lake. And I'm thinking, okay, this guy, he told me earlier, he's usually only good for about two fish in this cove that we were fishing. And I'm thinking, man, 2 fish. This is a good cove. You should be catching more.
I think he's hustling them.
Maybe he was hustling. So he's like, I got a monster. I'm thinking, okay, he probably got a 5-pounder, What's his reference? It's all relative. A newbie catches a 5-pounder. Sorry, I'm spitting pizza. You hold on to that for me.
Thanks.
A newbie catches a 5-pounder, that's a monster. So that's what I'm thinking. And I start going over there to him. And Chris is his name, has this fish laying in between his legs like he's swaddling a little baby. And as I'm getting closer, this fish is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, the head on that fish, I thought it was a double digit. I really did at first. And pretty close, another pound and it would have been. So as she feeds up more, I think that fish could have been a double digit, in a couple more weeks. But anyway, that was a good reality check. When it's your time, it's your time. You think you know how to fish, and
what part of Conroe was this at?
That's on the far north end there, Bo. As far as you can go north in the darkest deep waters where nobody goes. This is where you'll catch some big ones at. No. It was on the south end, Bo. I typically stay on the south end. It's hard to fish, but there's good fish down there. But yeah, that was definitely a reality check. I don't have the GPS coordinates anyway. That's good pizza. Little Caesars. Sponsor me, Little Caesars.
Pizza.
I shouldn't be eating on a live video, huh?
Come
as you are.
Yeah.
Come as you are. I've always heard there were good fish up around Huntsville. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Huntsville State Park, Lake Raven. Actually, I'm glad you said that, Bo, because that gives me something to talk about on here.
But there's alligators too.
Massive alligators out at Huntsville State Park, but they typically don't mess with you, but they will scare the mess out of you because the big ones don't move. Mm-hmm. And if you're fishing grass, they may be in that grass and you don't see them and you drift toward them. And I've gotten within maybe 10, 15 feet of one without seeing it. And then all of a sudden they take off and they make this god awful splashing noise and get your heart rate going. But anyway, yes, the fishing is incredible. Used to be really good until they killed off all the grass for recreational kayakers because they rent kayaks out there too. But yeah, it's a great place to fish, camp, do all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
All right, Richard, I'll get with you, man. I saw your message. So yeah, you have a great evening too, man. Take care of yourself. But yeah, Bo, Lake Raven is the very first kayak tournament that I ever competed in.
Where his trolling motor stopped working?
No, that was Lake Livingston. That was actually way up on the Trinity River that feeds into Livingston. Good people.
Oh, stuff's funny.
Yeah, he's been making some funny videos lately. All right, guys. I'm going to finish this pizza, and I think unless y'all have any other questions, I'm going to hop off here, let y'all get some rest or do whatever it is y'all do on a Saturday night.
Have a good weekend. Stay warm. And remember to have those prayers ready for the next video.
Yeah. If you got something weighing on your mind, guys, let loose. And we will definitely be praying for you.
Mm-hmm.
And we can have an open discussion in private or right there on YouTube. It don't matter.
If you could only use one bait for the rest of your life, what would it be?
3 baits, Bo. 3 lures. 4-inch black and blue Senko. A 7-inch black and blue Senko. And a 10-inch black and blue Senko. That still counts as one.
Senko. So black and blue Senko.
Yep. It'll catch any fish throughout the whole country.
See, and mine is a red jig.
She can catch anything on a red and white crappie jig.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Black and purple works well too.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're gonna hop off here. I feel bad eating in front of you. You know, I know y'all want some of this pizza. Let me get y'all a little bite. Y'all take care. God bless.
Oh, look, our living room showing through.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And yeah, that's what I'm going to start doing before every video. We'll see how it pans out. But either way, we're going to do it because it's the right thing to do. All right. God bless, Bo. Y'all take care. Have a good night. We'll see y'all.
Bye-bye. Good.